Hello, welcome Brush to Magic. I'm James, and today we're going to be doing this eyebrow tutorial. It's going to be more about actually shaping your own natural eyebrows more than it would be filling them in with makeup. So yeah, this is something that you might be interested in learning. Please stick around and watch the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing I normally do, which I know a lot of people do this differently, there's that 3-point brow technique that I think that most people know. And if they don't, I will go through that step by step here, talking a little bit about it. But to be perfectly honest, I wing it. And that's how I do my brows. I only let mine grow out recently just so I could do this brow tutorial, because otherwise I would have shaven them off a little bit ago. It's something I do from time to time out of boredom. Don't pay attention to myth. They do grow back. Now, as I was saying, a lot of people prescribe to the whole 3-point system. Me, I just go upon feel. My natural brows already have a subtle arch right in here. When I was younger, it was more prominent, but I pretty much just follow that. I do tend to go thinner. Sometimes I even go Clarabelle. It all just depends on how I feel at the time and what I feel like wearing for a while. Because they are your eyebrows, they are there every day. It does take time for them to grow back. You might want to think a little bit about your options and your choices and what's going to suit your face more. You gotta think about your eyebrows as the frame of the face. They are what enclose your face and basically keep your facial details in frame. They can change the appearance of the shape of your face and can be detrimental to the look that you're trying to achieve. But as I was getting into the 3-point brow system, a lot of people go, and if I'm correct on this, I'm not going to make any assumption that I am, but I'm pretty certain that it is, they go from the outer point of the nostril. And that can stand true for most faces, but in actuality, if you say you have a broader nose and you want that nose to appear thinner, you don't want to go all the way out here. That can just widen your nose tremendously. So what I would suggest is go from this point here. Now, because I have a rather thin bridge, I do typically thin out this piece right here to help widen that. If I didn't maintain my brows for months, I would probably look a lot more like Animal from the Muppets. That's a fact. Fuller explanation of that 3-point brow system is that people tend to, as I was saying, go from the inner, but if you want to thin your nose, you want to go from the inner, blah, blah, blah. The next point is right there. You want to go from your nostril to the outer edge of your iris, looking straight forward. Now that will give you your arch point. Now you can take that arch as high or as low as you want when you're plucking. Also depends on how thin you're going and how much material you have to work with to begin with. And your third point would be from the outer corner of your eye to the nostril. Now that would take you right on into there. Now my eyes typically reach that point directly. My arch is naturally in tone there. The exception would be the brow. The brow does tend to go right where it needs to when I maintain my center portion, but that's about it. Almost a uni, but not quite. Not that there's anything wrong with having a unibrow. If you have a unibrow and you think it's beautiful, support it. Plenty of people out there that do. To begin, what I would suggest that you do if this is your first time doing your eyebrows is to take that method that I was referring to earlier and take a dot of pigment and drop it in each of those points. Now I drew them longer than just a dot, just to show you your options. I mean, you do not necessarily have to go from point to point to point. You go from point to point to point. Different depths of each of those lines to draw your shape. And that will still give you the same results, just with a higher arch, basically. Or more of a straight brow if you decided to go from here to this point here to this point there. But I'm just going to show you what I would do normally, which is not necessarily this. As I was saying before, my brows kind of form that shape naturally anyways. So how I do it is I tap a little bit of shadow onto the brush and I draw the shape that I'm looking for into the brow hairs. As I was saying before, I could go on higher with that arch and bring it down a little bit sharper. As long as it's going along those lines, I don't typically worry about those points in my own eyebrows. I just try to carry somewhat of a natural shape that I have going on. Even if I'm going pencil thin, I try to aim for my natural arch. That's what I was born with. That's what I try to work with. Unless, of course, I shave them off, then it's just fun. Now from there, it's basically just taking out the hair that is not within those lines. Yes, I use the old-fashioned method of plucking. It works, does the trick. It's not the most pleasant sensation, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it. After every few plucks, you want to wipe off your tweezers. Now I've gotten to this point where the majority of the hair is gone from the space that I have not lined out. Now what I'm going to do is clean off the shadow that I've just placed on there, and that'll help me to see any more further spots that I would clean off. Also, to help that, you might want to trim your brows down from where they're at lengthwise anyways to help keep them more manageable. One method that you can use is to place a comb into the hairs. I would suggest using the thinner bristled part and then taking a razor across those hairs. Or something that I do, which is kind of a cheat but it works, is I take my beard trimmer and I usually set it for a shorter setting, about 6 millimeters in length, 5 to 6, and then I would set it to that and run it across brow hairs. At that point it will help clear the area, keep your brows short and manageable, and easier to pluck out any stray hairs. So I'm going to go clean this off now and then continue on. Okay, now that we've gotten to that point where I was talking about before, where we've gotten the majority of the hair out, I've cleaned off the makeup, I can see what shape I've got, I can trim down the hairs and help clean it up a little bit further. Now I'm going to go in with my cheater method. Be careful with this. You do not want to, well, I want to, but you do not want to necessarily shave all your eyebrows off. For this purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to trim them. I will be shaving them off later on, but for this tutorial, I'm just going to be trimming them down. Like I said, about the 6 millimeter point is what I'm using.
Now after this step is where you'll do the cleanup. You want to remember that eyebrows are going to be sisters. They're meant to be sisters and not twins.
Just figured it's probably a good tidbit of information for you though, so you're not sitting there plucking away, trying to get the perfect brow. That's what makeup's for. I'm just getting you to the point where you can walk out on a day-to-day basis and feel confident in your eyebrows will be not tumbleweeds on your forehead. So yeah, this is the finished tutorial. I hope that it was informative to you and I hope that you enjoyed it. Links to all my social media are going to be listed down below as per usual. Products that I really used. Mixed hot black to mark the dots. Anything would work though. I don't suggest using a permanent marker. Not from personal experience at all. But let me know if you like this instructional type video and if you want to see more of them. As I've said before, I want to try to expand the types of things that I do on this channel. I want to do more than just regular beauty makeup tutorials. I do want to do more vlogs, as I've said in the one vlog that I did. But yeah, more special effects types videos would be awesome. Even if it's not something that you've seen from my channel so far, I would like to hear it because it'd be something that I can investigate into and learn how to do if it's not something I already know how to do. It'd be a learning experience for me and then for you as well. So yeah, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Also, please leave me comments, constructive criticism or praise. I don't mind either or. But yeah, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, once again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And I hope you all join me again next time. Bye. Hello, welcome to Brushes of Magic. I'm James. First, I want to say thank you to everybody, all my subscribers who helped me reach 100 subscribers. Definitely wasn't expecting that as quickly as it happened.